press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, subject Social Science, topic Ancient Civilizations. Okay, Ancient Civilizations, class 6th. In this class, we study about another important civilization, ancient civilization, that is Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamian civilization. Okay. In this class, we study about Mesopotamian civilization, political history and the contributions of Mesopotamian civilization. Okay children, now we study about geography of the Mesopotamian civilization. This civilization flourished in the area that lies in a valley between the Tigris and Euphrates. Okay, rivers in modern Iraq. Which rivers? This civilization took birth or originated in the area that lies in a valley between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers in modern Iraq. Which rivers? Euphrates and Tigris. Euphrates and Tigris. Euphrates. Okay, Mesopotamian civilization flourished on the bank of the rivers Tigris and Euphrates in modern Iraq. Okay, this civilization existed about 3400 BC. This civilization existed about 3500 BC. Modern Iraq was called the Mesopotamia in ancient period. Understood? Modern Iraq. Modern Iraq was called the Mesopotamia in ancient period. Okay. Meaning of the word Mesopotamia. What is the meaning of Mesopotamia? In Greek, Mesopotamia means, the word Mesopotamia means what? The land between the rivers. Mesopotamia means what? The land between the rivers, sorry. Once again, listen here. This civilization, which Mesopotamian civilization flourished on the bank of the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. Understood? This civilization took birth on the bank of the rivers Tigris and Euphrates. This civilization existed about 3400 BC. Okay. Mesopotamia means what? The word Mesopotamia means the land between the rivers is called Mesopotamia. Understood? See, this Mesopotamian civilization, the area of Mesopotamia was ruled by different kingdoms or the group of people, mainly here Sumerians. Different kingdoms were ruled the Mesopotamia civilization or Mesopotamia. Which are these? Sumerians, Babylonians, Hittites, Assyrians and Neo-Babylonians. These were the rulers of the Mesopotamia. Understood? Once again, here we see so many different kingdoms were ruled the Mesopotamia civilization. Which are these? Sumerians. Sumerians and Babylonians, Hittites, Assyrians and Neo-Babylonians. Etc. Okay. See here once again, Mesopotamian civilization, or the area of Mesopotamia was ruled by the different kingdoms, which are these: Sumerians, Babylonians, Hittites, Assyrians and Neo-Babylonians. Okay, these kingdoms were ruled the Mesopotamia. Political history of, now we study about political history of Mesopotamian civilization. Once again, the Mesopotamian civilization flourished in the area that lies in a valley between the which rivers? The Tigris and Euphrates. Okay, river in modern Iraq. In Greek, Mesopotamia means what? The land between the rivers. The land between the rivers is called Mesopotamia. Understood? This region was ruled by Sumerians, Babylonians, Hittites, Assyrians and Neo-Babylonians. Understood, children? Now we study about political history of Mesopotamian civilization. Okay, see here, Mesopotamia, Sumerians were responsible for one of the first civilization in this region. Understood? They ruled first. Understood? Who? Sumerians were responsible for one of the first civilization in this region on the bank of the river Euphrates and Tigris. Bank of the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Okay. Here we see Ur-Kish and Lagash Ur-Kish, Lagash were the important city-states that flourished here. Understood? Which were the important cities? Important city-states that flourished here. Which are these? Ur, Kish and Lagash. Ur, Kish and Lagash, these were the important city-states flourished here. Okay. City-states means what? City-states. These are the city-states. Once again, listen here. Ur, Kish and Lagash were the city-states of the Mesopotamia. Okay. What is the meaning of city-states? There were smaller area. City-states means smaller area. They were small city-states. Okay. They were divided into small city-states for why they were divided? Because the convenience of administration. Understood? Convenience of administration, they divided into small city-states. Okay. They were small city-states. They were divided into small city-states for the convenience of the administration. Next, Sumerians, another important development of the Mesopotamian civilization was the cuneiform system. It is very important. Cuneiform system. what is the meaning of, what is this cuneiform system? System means of writing was existed. See here, another important development of this Mesopotamian civilization was the cuneiform system of writing was existed, and wet clay states was existed. Cuneiform means what? Triangular shaped writings. It means what? Cuneiform means what? Triangular shaped writing. Understood, children? Once again, I will repeat here. Another important development of Mesopotamian civilization was the cuneiform system of writing. Writing was existed. Understood? And wet clay states was existed. Cuneiform means what? Triangular shapes writings. What they did, how they trade. Listen here, they used wet clay. What they used? They used wet clay, means clay is available on the bank of the rivers. Clay means what? Jedi mannu. Understood? They used wet clay. Means clay is available on the bank of the rivers. Even today, children, we will use clay for making models, isn't it? We will use clay for making different models. You will get color, clay and all in the shapes, isn't it? So this clay, what I did? They made slate. They made slate. They wrote with the stylus tree stick. Once again, they made clay. They made slate. What they made? They made slate. They wrote with the stylus tree stick. Stylus tree was there. Tree stick which was sharp was used when the clay was wet. When the clay was wet, they used to write in the cuneiform and then they kept it in the sun. Dry sun to make it dry. Okay. Once again, children, they used wet clay. Why they used? Means it available on the bank of the river. Understood? They used wet clay. So this clay, they made slate. They wrote with the stylus tree stick. Stylus tree was there. Tree stick which was sharp was used when the clay was wet. And then they used to write in the cuneiform and then they kept in the dry sun to dry it. Understood? To make it dry. It was after drying, it was becoming very solid. Understood? So it was easy to preserve for them. It was after drying, what happened? It was becoming very dry or very solid. So it was easy to preserve for them. So these city states came into existence. Here we see important aspect is city states came into existed. Okay. Cuneiform of writings also came into existence. These were two important features of the Mesopotamian civilization. Which are the important features of Mesopotamian civilization? First one is city states came into existence. Understood? Next, cuneiform. Cuneiform of writings also came into existence. They used wet clay. These were two important features of the Mesopotamian civilization. Okay. The Mahakavya, see Ramayana and Mahabharata. The Mahakavyas, Ramayana and Mahabharata are the great epics of India, isn't it? Which are the two Mahakavyas, great epics of India, Ramayana and Mahabharata. The Mahakavyas, Ramayana and Mahabharata are the great epics of India. The great two epics of India. In the same way, ancient civilization, ancient Mesopotamian civilization, they wrote epic called as Gilgamesh. They wrote epic called as Gilgamesh. This is great epic. Epic of Mesopotamian civilization. Great epic. Understood? Gilgamesh is a great epic poem of Mesopotamians. Once again, Mesopotamian civilization, we see here they wrote epic called as Gilgamesh. Understood? In the poetic form, in the form of poem. Okay, Gilgamesh is a great epic poem of Mesopotamians. It was sung by the Department of Archaeology. Mesopotamians were in contact with Indians. Understood? Mesopotamians were contact with Indians. In ancient period, Mesopotamians were contact with Indians. They were contact with Indians. So many evidences shows that Mesopotamia had trade with the Indians. Mesopotamia or Mesopotamian people had trade with the Indians. Understood? They had contact with Indians. Here we see Mesopotamia had trade contact with Indians. They had trade contact with Indians. Okay, they were contact with Indians. Mesopotamians had trade contact with Indians. Okay, next, now we learned about the Sumerians. Understood? The first rulers of the Mesopotamian civilization, Sumerians. Next, we study about the Akkadians. After the Sumerians, who became the ruler of the Mesopotamians? Akkadians. Understood? Akkadians ruled after Sumerians. Understood? After the Sumerians, who came? Akkadians ruled after Sumerians. First ruled Sumerians. Sumerians after Akkadians. Sumerian after Akkadians ruled the Mesopotamia. Akkadians were next group of rulers. Ruled Mesopotamia. Okay, they were conquered and destroyed by the barbarians. The line started first Sumerians, then the who came? The Akkadians, then the barbarians. Akkadians after barbarians ruled the Mesopotamia. Understood? Once again, first Sumerians ruled the Mesopotamia. Sumerian after who came? Akkadians ruled the Mesopotamia. Akkadians after barbarians ruled the Mesopotamia. Understood? Next rulers were Amorites. Barbarians after who came? Amorites. Amorites ruled the Mesopotamia. They were Semitic tribe. Understood? The Amorites were Semitic tribes. Semitic tribe means what? Semitic tribe means the tribe composed of important religions, Jewish, Christian and Islam. Here we see Amorites means what? Amorites means Semitic tribal. It is Semitic tribal. Amorites, they were Semitic tribes. Okay. It means what? The tribes composed of important religions, Jewish, Christians and Islam. Okay. This was called as Semitic tribes. Understood? Once again, what is the meaning of Semitic tribes? They were Semitic tribe. Who? Amorites. Understood? Amorites were Semitic tribes. It means the tribe composed of important religions, Jewish, Christians and Islam. This was called as Semitic tribe. Understood, children? Next, the tribe were the group of people who believed in one God. They believed in one God, Jewish, Christianity and Islam. They came into prominence after the downfall of the barbarians. Understood? Once again, I will repeat here. Now we study about the political history of Mesopotamian civilization. First, who ruled here? Sumerians. Yes, this Mesopotamia civilization flourished on the bank of the river Euphrates and Tigris. Uruk and Lagash were the important city-states of Mesopotamian civilization. City-state means what? There were smaller area, there were small city-states. They were divided into small city-states for the convenience of the administration. Isn't it? Another important development of this Mesopotamian civilization was cuneiform system, and another one is city-states came into existence, and another one is cuneiform of writings also came into existence. These were the two features of the Mesopotamian civilization. Next, here we see Gilgamesh, the great epic of Mesopotamian civilization. Gilgamesh is a great epic poem of Mesopotamian civilization. Understood? Mesopotamians were contact with the Indians. It means what? They had trade contact with the Indians, isn't it? After Sumerians, who came? The Akkadians ruled after the Sumerians. Ruled after the Sumerians, and then Akkadians after who came? Barbarians. Barbarians after Amorites. They were Semitic tribes. Understood? Semitic tribe means what? The tribe composed of important religions, Jewish, Christianity, Jewish, Christianity and Islam. Understood? The tribe are the group of people who believed in one God, Jewish, Christianity and Islam. They came into prominence. They came into prominence after the downfall of the barbarians. See, now Indo and Europeans, this is the combination of the religion. Was a combination of India and Europeans. The set of rules had the religious beliefs. Now Akkadian state was brought under their control, enlarged the territory. That means during the Akkadians were the rulers, they good control, they had good political control, understood, over the state or Mesopotamia, and they conquered many places and enlarged the territory. Now let us move on to the now about an important person, Hammurabi. Now we study about important person of Mesopotamian civilization. Who was he? He was Hammurabi. Hammurabi. Hammurabi, he was the most famous king. He was a great king. Who? Hammurabi. He was the most famous king among the Babylonians. He belongs to Babylonians. Understood? He was a great king and famous king among Babylonians. Who? Hammurabi. Why he was famous? Why he was famous in the history or ancient civilization? Because he was famous for his code of laws. Hammurabi was famous. Why he was famous? Because his code of laws. code of laws. Hammurabi was famous in history because his code of laws, he made the code of laws. Who made the code of laws? Hammurabi made the code of laws. Laws, you know children, laws means what? Kanunu, Shasana anta heltivi. Okay. Even today in India have constitution, isn't it? We also have constitution where there are set of the rules and regulations, isn't it? So we are following Indian constitution. Judiciary is the guardian of the laws for the citizens, isn't it, of the India. In the same way, such a long back, the rulers made the code of laws. This was, according to Hammurabi code of laws, this was based on important theory. Understood? Hammurabi code of laws based on important theory, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Understood? Once again, his code of laws is based on ideas like an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Once again, according to Hammurabi code of laws based on important theory, and eye for an eye, eye for an eye, okay, and a tooth for a tooth. Tooth for a tooth. His code of laws is based on ideas like an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Understood? Tit for tat. That we say, children, if somebody hurted another person, that person who hurted, he was also hurted according to Hammurabi's code of law. If he cut the hand of another person, his hand was also cut according to Hammurabi's code of laws. Okay, so there were many less chances. Were no chances for the crime during the period of Hammurabi. There were no chances for the crime to take. Is why Hammurabi made the code of laws. Okay, it was very strictly followed by the Mesopotamian people, Mesopotamians. Okay, next rulers were Kassite and Hittites. Once again, now we study about Hammurabi, isn't it? He is the most famous king among Babylonians. He was famous for his code of laws. Who famous for code of laws? Hammurabi was famous for his code of laws. His code of laws is based on ideas like an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Okay, Babylonian rule was followed by Kassite and Hittites, races who ruled for some times. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಇಂದಿನ ಇರಾಕ್ ದೇಶದ ಯೂಫ್ರಟಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟೈಗ್ರಿಸ್ ನದಿಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಬಯಲಿನ ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನು ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ ಏಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂದಿನ ಇರಾಕ್ ದೇಶದ ಯೂಫ್ರಟಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟೈಗ್ರಿಸ್ ನದಿಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಬಯಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಕಂಡುಬಂದಿದೆ. ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ಪದದ ಅರ್ಥ ಎರಡು ನದಿಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಪ್ರದೇಶ. ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಮೆಸೊಪೊಟೇಮಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ನದಿಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನು ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಗ್ರೀಕ್ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಆಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಸುಮೇರಿಯನ್ನರು, ಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲೋನಿಯನ್ನರು, ಹಿಟೈಟ್ಸ್, ಅಸಿರಿಯನ್ನರು ಮತ್ತು ನವ ಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲೋನಿಯನ್ನರು ಮೊದಲಾದ ಜನಾಂಗಗಳು ಈ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯನ್ನ ಆಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಇತಿಹಾಸದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಮೇರಿಯನ್ನರಿಂದ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆ ಎಂದು ಏಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಉರ್, ಕಿಶ್, ಲಗಾಶ್ ಮೊದಲಾದ ನಗರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾದ ಮೊದಲಾದ ನಗರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ನಗರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಉರ್, ಕಿಶ್, ಲಗಾಶ್ ಎಂಬ ನಗರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದವು. ಸುಮೇರಿಯನ್ನರು ಕ್ಯೂನಿಫಾರಂ ಲಿಪಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಸಿ ಜೇಡಿಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಫಲಕಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಜೇಡಿ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಜೇಡಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಫಲಕಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಆ ಜೇಡಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿನಿಂದ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ಫಲಕಗಳನ್ನು ತಯಾರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಂತರ ಅದು ಹಸಿ ಇರುವಾಗಲೇ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆದು ಅದನ್ನು ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಿರಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಬಿಸಿಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಣಗಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯನ್ನರಿಗೆ ಭಾರತದೊಡನೆ ಅವಾಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಕೂಡ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಗಳ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಈ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯನ್ನರು ಭಾರತದೊಡನೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಮೇರಿಯನ್ನರ ನಂತರ ಅಕೇಡಿಯನ್ನರು ಆಡಳಿತಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸುಮೇರಿಯನ್ನರ ನಂತರ ಯಾವ ರಾಜವಂಶ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಅಕೇಡಿಯನ್ನರು ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆಯನ್ನ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಕೇಡಿಯನ್ನರ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯವು ಅನಾಗರಿಕರ ದಾಳಿಗೆ ತುತ್ತಾಗಿ ಪತನಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಂತರ ಅಮೋರೈಟರು ಎಂಬ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಜನಾಂಗವು ಕೂಡ ಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲಾನ್ ಎಂಬ ಪಟ್ಟಣದಿಂದ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಅಕಾಡಿಯನ್ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಪಡೆದು ವಿಶಾಲ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿ. ಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲೋನಿಯನ್ನರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿರುವಂತಹ ರಾಜ ಯಾರು? ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧನಾದ ರಾಜ ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿ. ಇವನು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಇವನು ತನ್ನ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಜಗತ್ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾರು? ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿ. ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಯನ್ನು ರಚಿಸುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇವನ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮೂಯಿಗೆ ಮೂಯಿ ಎಂಬ ತತ್ವದ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳಿವೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಜಗಳ ಆಡುವಾಗ, ಯಾರೋ ಇಬ್ಬರು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹಮ್ಮುರಾಬಿಯ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? ಕಿತ್ತಿರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಅವನು ಕೀಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂಯಿಗೆ ಮೂಯಿ. ಒಂದು ಜಗಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇವನ ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿಯ ಸಂಹಿತೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾರು ಗಾಯಕ್ಕೊಳಗಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಯಾರು ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಕತ್ತರಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕೈಯನ್ನು ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹೀಗೆ ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿಯ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಯನ್ನು ಅವನು ರಚಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಮೂಯಿಗೆ ಮೂಯಿ, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಕಣ್ಣು, ಹಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಹಲ್ಲು. ಇದು ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿಯ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಂಹಿತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಮೂಯಿಗೆ ಮೂಯಿ ಎಂಬ ತತ್ವದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇವನ ಕಾನೂನುಗಳು ಇವೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯನ್ನರು ತುಂಬ ಕಟ್ಟುನಿಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹಮ್ಮುರಬಿಯ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಅವರು ಪಾಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬ್ಯಾಬಿಲೋನಿಯನ್ನ ನಂತರ ಕಸೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹಿಟೈಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಬ ಜನಾಂಗಗಳು ಮೆಸೊಪಟೋಮಿಯಾವನ್ನು ಕೆಲ ಕಾಲ ಆಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್.